Good afternoon, family. Let me talk to the educators in the room for a minute. Not just the folks who know the standard, not just the folks who can write a lesson plan, follow a pacing guide, and get through an assessment. I'm talking to the teachers who know this work is deeper than curriculum. Because we don't just teach facts, we teach discipline, we teach resilience. We teach young people how to think, how to move, how to respond, how to get back up, and how to keep going when life start putting pressure on them. And here's the part we don't say enough. While we building all that in them, this profession is building all that in us. See, I'm a 7th grade social studies teacher. That means every day I walk into a room full of 12 and 13-year-olds trying to figure out who they are, who they don't like today, who looked at them sideways, who took their pencil, why their friends ain't talking to them, and why in the world they gotta learn about ancient civilizations before lunch. And somewhere in the middle of all that, I still got to teach the Silk Road. I got to analyze primary sources. I got to redirect behavior. I got to build relationships. I got to answer emails. I got to collect data. I got to manage side conversations. I got to make the lesson meaningful. And I got to do all that while somebody in the back is asking, is this for a grade? Now let's be real. If you can teach the Silk Road to middle schoolers on a Friday afternoon and keep them engaged, you are not just a teacher. You can negotiate mergers. You can run a courtroom. You can lead a company. You can manage a crisis. You can walk into any room, read the energy, adjust your message, and hold your own. Because teaching builds a different kind of discipline. We show up tired and still lead. We plan when nobody sees it. We adjust in real time. We pivot without panicking. We manage personalities. We read the room. We speak publicly every single day. And somehow, we still do it with heart. That's why teaching is not just a profession. Teaching is leadership training in disguise. It's crisis management. It's motivational speaking. It's instructional design. It's public relations. It's community organizing. It's emotional intelligence under pressure. And once you understand that, you stop treating your teacher skill like it's small. You start seeing it for what it really is. Transferable power. Because teachers can be lawyers. We already build arguments based on evidence. We already teach students how to support a claim, challenge an idea, ask better questions, and speak with purpose. We already stand in front of an audience every day and persuade people who did not come in ready to listen. Teachers can be CEOs. We already run organizations called classrooms. We build culture, we set vision, we manage systems, we develop talent, we analyze performance, we make decisions every day that impact somebody's growth. Teachers can run for office. We understand communities. We listen to families. We translate complicated systems into plain language. We know what policy look like when it hit real people. We know the difference between what sounds good in a meeting and what actually work in the real world. Teachers can be content creators. We already create content every day. We know how to break down complex ideas. We know how to tell stories. We know how to get people to lean in. We know how to take something dry and make it come alive. Teachers can be inventors because every single day we solve problems nobody trained us for. We innovate with limited resources. We design solutions on the spot. We turn, I don't know how we gonna make this work, into, all right, here's what we finna do. So let me say this plain. With the teacher skill set, you can become anything you want, even a teacher. And don't miss that, because staying in the classroom is not small. That is not settling. That is not a backup plan. That is not what you do because you couldn't do something else. Teaching is elite work, but the world don't always treat it that way. The world will underestimate educators because they don't see the weight we carry. They don't see the emotional labor. They don't see the decisions we make in seconds. They don't see the pressure we absorb so our students can keep moving forward. But I want you to think about a suspension bridge. A suspension bridge don't just hold cars. It holds weight under pressure. It stretches without snapping. It sways without breaking. It carries people across uncertainty. That's what teachers do. We carry generations across uncertainty. We absorb pressure so others can pass safely. We bend, but we don't break. That's discipline. That's leadership. That's transferable power. One of my favorite lines by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving forward. Teachers live that every day. Some days we flying. Some days we running. Some days we walking. And some days we crawling into the building with coffee, prayer, and just enough patience to make it through one more day. But we keep moving forward. And because we keep moving forward, we build something in ourselves that nobody can take from us. The discipline you built grading essays at midnight, that travels. The composure you built during classroom chaos, that translates. The empathy you built with struggling learners, that leads. The strategy you built planning a semester, adjusting a unit, reteaching a lesson, and still meeting the needs of 150 different students, that dominates. And I know this personally. At the end of my first year teaching, I was scared my contract wasn't gonna get renewed. I was still showing up, still doing the work, still giving my students what I had. But in the back of my mind, I was searching for plan B jobs. I was on them job sites looking like, all right, Lord, if this don't work out, what else I got? But then something happened. The more job descriptions I read, the more I kept seeing my own skill set. Communication, leadership, organization, conflict resolution, data analysis, public speaking, relationship building, creative problem solving, adaptability under pressure. I said, hold on now. I do this every day. What I learned in college and practice in the classroom was in demand everywhere, especially the soft skills. And let me tell you something, there ain't nothing soft about soft skills, okay? Not when you got to de-escalate a situation before 9 a.m., not when you got to explain hard content to a student who already decided they don't care. Not when you got to communicate with families, encourage students, manage conflict, and still keep the lesson moving. That ain't soft. That's strength with manners. That's leadership with emotional control. That's power with purpose. Now, I did get renewed, but by the end of my second year, I wasn't afraid of not getting renewed anymore. Not because I ain't care, but because I finally understood my value. I understood that this teacher skill set gave me options. It gave me confidence. It gave me an advantage. And truthfully, the Black Educator Network was built from that same teacher skill set. Ben wasn't built because I stepped outside of teaching. Ben was built because teaching developed me. The classroom taught me how to speak. The classroom taught me how to lead. The classroom taught me how to create. The classroom taught me how to serve people without losing myself in the process. And it didn't just make me a better professional, it made me a better parent, a better husband, a better human being. Because once you learn how to be patient with a room full of middle schoolers, you start carrying that patient different everywhere else. Once you learn how to explain things with clarity, you communicate better at home. Once you learn how to lead with structure and love, that don't just stay in the classroom, that follows you. So if tomorrow you decided to go to law school, you would not be starting from scratch. If tomorrow you decided to start a business, you would not be starting from scratch. If tomorrow you decide to run for city council, write a book, build a platform, lead a nonprofit, start a company, or create something the world ain't seen yet, you would not be starting from scratch. Because you already do one of the hardest things there is. You develop human potential. And that skill is rare. So whether you stay in the classroom or pivot into something new, don't you ever shrink your identity. Don't let nobody convince you that teaching is plan B. So stand in that truth. Your skill set is bigger than your title. Your discipline is bigger than your job description. Your impact is bigger than your classroom walls. With the teacher skill set, you can be anything you want, even a teacher. This one is for the educators who know teaching is way deeper than standards, pacing guides, and test scores. In this video, I'm talking about the real skill set teachers build every single day. Leadership, communication, crisis management, emotional intelligence, public speaking, problem solving, and resilience under pressure. If you ever felt overlooked as an educator, this message is for you. Your classroom skills don't just stay in the classroom. They transfer into leadership everywhere. Comment below, what's one teacher skill you've developed that changed your life outside the classroom? If this video spoke to you, hit like, turn on notifications, subscribe for more real conversations, comedy, motivation, classroom strategy, and educator culture from Ben. Check out the Ben Marketplace for teacher lifestyle streetwear built for educators who keep it real. Visit the Ben blog for professional development resources, classroom management strategies, mindset talks, and support for educators trying to grow without losing themselves in the process. We not built regular, we built different. Peace.